The most important theological doctrine in all of Islam is Tawhid. And Tawhid refers to the oneness of God. Why is Tawhid so important? Well, in its historical and cultural context, Islam comes to Arabia. And during this time, there was this understanding of Henotheism. This is the main theology. I think we talked about this in our second class. But Henotheism is the idea that God exists somewhere way up out here, and between God and the world are these different intermediaries, these different divinities or angels that humans can pray to. And God really doesn't care about what's going on in the world. Now, this is important to understand because the different tribes claimed different divinities, different intermediaries. And this was one way for tribes to justify violence over and against other tribes. Well, what Islam tries to do is say these different divinities don't exist. And really, God is one. And God is not somewhere way up out here, but God is radically present among us. And so we can no longer justify this tribal warfare against one another by claiming these different divinities. One of my favorite Muslim theologians is a man named Sayyid Hussein Naz. And he wrote this wonderful book, The Heart of Islam, Enduring Values for Humanity. And on his first page, he has a section called God the One. And here we get a taste of Tawhid. At the heart of Islam stands the reality of God, the One, the Absolute and the Infinite, the infinitely good and all-merciful, the One who is at once transcendent and immanent, greater than all we can conceive or imagine. Yet, as the Qur'an, the sacred scripture of Islam, attests, closer to us than our jugular vein. So God is not somewhere out there uncaring, but close as to us as our jugular vein. This is how much God cares about the world and wants to stop this tribal warfare that we have. Now, Tawhid is important also from an anthropological point of view. Mimetic theory helps us understand that from the very beginning of religion, we have this ambivalent view of the sacred. That is, the sacred can contain this view, contradictory view of the gods or God wanting peace, but also war, or God being love, but also hatred. And Tawhid, I think, is trying to move us beyond this understanding of God, this archaic understanding of God. God is one. And we see this in the Qur'an. 113 of the 114 chapters or surahs start off with the basmalah, which is basically a formula that goes like this. In the name of God, the merciful, the compassionate. This is God beyond the human understanding of mercy and compassion. This is who God is, Tawhid, at a fundamental level. And so I think that Tawhid can be used to critique a lot of human behavior and a lot of the human understanding of God as this ambivalent or contradictory view of who God is. God is one, Tawhid, mercy, compassion. So those are my thoughts on Tawhid. And next time we'll talk about the Tawhid of being human. So I hope you'll join me then. Thanks.